Islanders, welcome back to another wild camp. Obviously by the title of this video, we're on two wheels, we're bike packing. I've got some new gear to trial, and to be fair, I'm just hugging the coast at the moment. It's absolutely beautiful, a little bit windy, but I'm going to head into a nearby woodland forest area, and that's where we're going to spend the night. Stay tuned, it should be a good video. Time to get caffeinated. So I've just come from that forest area about 2 miles away. It was too windy in there, to be honest. 7:50 p.m. at night. So as often is the case, as you see me talk about in the past with paramours flying, as the sun sets, things calm down a bit generally with the wind. So I'm quite pleased with that. Cheers. I had to overcome a bit of a mental block with the old cycling. I had one of them pilonidal sinuses. Well, in fact, I had 5 of them, which is like the ingrown hair on your backside, and they were all cut out. And the idea of sitting on a bike really didn't appeal to me for quite a while there, so I'm really glad to be back out in the zone. It's the curse of the hairy man. Should we have a quick look at the bike before I proceed into the woodland and try and find a pitch? Let's do that, shall we? So off the bat, it's an old Pinnacle bike. I think it's an own brand of Evan Cycles or something like that. There's no suspension on it, which suits me. It's got the fat tyres, and then I don't really have to worry about my packing system being compressed when suspension moves, although modern bike you can lock that out. I'm not going to do an unload right now because I'm still planning on getting into that woodland area. So first things first, Alp kit. None of this is sponsored, by the way, just full disclosure, this is all my own gear. Alp kit, frame bag, really quite useful, custom made for the size of this bike. It's got a compartment this side and 2 on the other side. I've got various equipment in here, firelighting equipment, some cooking equipment, first aid stuff in here, Israeli bandages, etc. Then on the fork here, just on a cage connection, is a fairly robust dry bag with a thermoresnio. Fucking hell, mate. Right, we're back in business. There's a thermoresnio air in there. It's fairly protected, so I'm not too worried about that taking any collateral hits. This is new. It's like a canvasy style material. It's an Alp kit, something or other. I'll name it on the screen. Everything's linked below anyway. And in there is my tent, which is a Lanshan 1. And this is going to be a good camp because I've not been getting on with this tent. So everyone raves about them, but me personally, I don't like them so far. But we'll give it another go. So I've got that in there, and I've got some clothing, hats, etc., and some other dry gear basically. On top, tripod. So I'm making YouTube videos. On the top here, obviously, little mount. Spar ends, quite comfortable. In here is tubes. Trekking pole, because my tent requires a trekking pole. Wouldn't normally carry one on a cycling trip. Then in the back here, I've got a Top Peak 13, or is it 15 litre? I think it's 15 litre pack. It's not at capacity at the moment, but this has got like a 10,000mm hydrostatic head. So it's really good for these conditions. Inside there I've got a sleeping bag, change of clothes, and some microfiber towels, because you never know, I do sometimes come across water sources and like to get amongst it, as they say. And then not much else to see really on this side. I've got a pump, and like I say, just for the spare tubes. But yeah, she's good. Other than that, I've got a bottle cage underneath. I did just top the bottle up at a nearby stream. I've got a water filter as well. So there we go. Let's get this bad boy into the woods. to this moment where you realise you've messed up. I haven't brought any insect repellent. I'm getting eaten alive. Nightmare. This is camp for this evening. Yes, this'll do. Caffeine's kicking in. Starting to get the switch. Find a nice spot. Doesn't seem to be too many bloody midges down here. So what I'm going to do now is let's unload the beast. You'll see everything I've got, and then we'll set up the tent. Sounds like a good plan to me. Right, let's have it. First things first. Front pouch. Jet boil. Essential. Cooking. Get this from the other side. Ecology pillow. Lanshan 110. This weighs literally bugger all, like something like 700 grams. Pegs in there as well. We're getting there, aren't we? What have we got on here? Trying to remember. Yeah, some first aid gear. So we've got hemostatic granules and an Israeli bandage. There's no point putting plasters and triangular bandages on. If you have a big one, you're going to need to stop something fairly handy, and that's all I care about. Gotta remember, I use the first aid kit for various activities, not just biking, paramotoring, parachuting, that sort of stuff. A rogue apple, nice. Fire lighting kit. What else is in here? Snack bar, nice. One Tigris wood burning stove, titanium. I really do like this because just something about having a bit of a flame. All right, okay, what else? Anything else in there? Snood, stop the midges. Right. Neoware thermarest. It's only the small one, it's all I need. Inflatable mat. Actually remember what I've got in here. Oh yeah. Jacket. Might need that in a minute if these midges come back with a vengeance. Oh yeah. Flat cap. Now we're camping. Three Season Berghaus Intrepid 1000 sleeping bag. Mega bit of kit. Go to the other side. I actually remember what's on the other side. Warm hat. Oh, night light for filming. Oh, food, yeah, more food. Sweet, there she is, empty. So you can see the two pouches on the other side. They're pretty cool. That's from British Army ration pack. Just chocolate flavour energy drink, I think. Yeah, hot chocolate. Wayfarer chocolate pudding. And this is a chili con carne. From the British Army 24-hour ration packs. Obviously you've seen the front pack. I'll go through that once we've got the tent set up, but I will actually take it off because I look like an absolute whopper with this on. You all talk about the Scottish midges, which is supposed to be absolute nails, while the Isle of Man midges are like Delta Force. Oh, relentless, mate. So, the Lanshan one, everyone raves about these. They're all over YouTube. All the wild campers are using them. I've used them. They're an absolute faff. I don't see the appeal, even still now. Didn't take long to set up. Hope it grows on me, but I would always reach for the DD Superlight option over this. Way better tent. So let's have a skeet then. See bike resting against a tree. So there she is. Nice green colour, fits in well round here, as does the orange bike. But yeah, sleeping bag, pad, etc. Pillows in there. I'm going to get a fire going shortly to get rid of these midges. They're on like red alert, but I've got myself a lovely little spot here. It's quite peaceful. There is a little track, but I'm not too worried about that. There we go. I have seam sealed it, hence not expecting rain tonight. I mean, we've got some skies looking pretty good, and the most important thing is the wind has dropped. You like it when I do this. I'm going to turn this into fire. So there we go, plenty of twigs around here, so that smoke should keep the midges at bay for a little longer. The jet boil has seen better days. Would have been a lot easier to just cook on the flame, but I didn't bring a titanium or steel pan. Just come for a little bit of a wander on the hope of catching the sunset, but the mist is rolling in over the mountain, and to be fair, the wind is picking up quite a lot. This is where I used to walk my golden retriever all the time, and those who've been following along on the channel know he's not been well. Well, I just want to update you that he passed away last week. It's absolutely devastating, but I'm glad he's at peace now, and you know, he had an absolute great life. He was full of adventure. He loved it in here. He was an absolute lunatic. He'd be tearing down these trails, hunting for a water source to get absolutely bogging in. So yeah, but as we know, I've named the boat in his honour, and when I'm out in the boat doing those adventures, he will always be on my mind. So if you've got a dog, give them a hug, even though they're a pain in the arse. No sunset, but we work with what we can. So anyway, cheers for that. Let's get back to the tent. So I've eaten, haven't got that much else to do now. I get asked quite a lot, what do I carry in my camera pouch? It does vary from sort of camp to camp, but first things first, what I do majority of my filming with now is a GoPro 10. Little lightweight setup like that. Sometimes I use the Volta, which you've seen previously, which is like a battery pack attached to it. Carry a small DJI drone. This thing is tiny, folds away, so it's got articulating arms and stuff. I've hit 2 trees today with this thing. So all that crazy footage you see, where it looks like I'm being followed by a drone on the bike, etc. You've seen me use it on the kayak, etc. It's just this, an Insta 361X2. It's got two lenses, and this thing's a beast. Extends out, and the software just gets rid of this pole. It's absolutely unreal. Like, watch this. Power up for a second. So there we go. Right now, you can see the pole, right? But I'm going to flip to this camera, and this is what you see from the camera. Unreal. Head torch of tonight. I'm a bit of a head torch nerd. It's just a little bio light. It's like 50 grams or something. It's really light. There's a Sony ZV-1. It's a beast. It's tiny, to be fair. If you look at it compared to the GoPro, it's not much bigger than the GoPro, but packs a bit of a punch. Just a bit more high quality. And obviously the tripod you've seen, and yeah, it all fits in here. And on the chest I can just grab and go. Thought I'd just show you guys that because you do ask. Quite a simple setup, really. Right, we're all inside the tent now. It's actually strangely a full moon tonight, which means the sky is still fairly bright, which is really nice looking through the trees, but it's not ideal for astrophotography, getting the star lapses and stuff. I'll still try. Yeah, it's quite a nice ambience. Fully inside. Don't know what the weather's going to do. Don't think it's going to rain, but you never know. I guess I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, Islanders. What are we blessed with today? Look at that. Sun is just coming up now. It's the beauty of summer. Sun comes up pretty early. It was actually getting pretty light about 3:45, which is madness. As far as the Lanshan goes, just taking a sleeping bag out, suffered a touch of condensation in the night, but it was a comfortable night's sleep. I still think the tent is a faff, but we will keep using it. Got a nice little ride planned out of here. Just got to pack everything up in a minute, which shouldn't take long. It's the joys of sort of lightweight camping. The stuff packs away really easily. And for once, my shoulders aren't hanging because I've not been carrying a Bergen or a backpack. I'm just approaching 17,000 subscribers now, so I'd like to say thank you to all of you and appreciate the kind messages about the dog as well. But if you're new to the channel, there's loads on here. Go back, check it out if camping's your thing. I try to camp by pretty much as many means as possible. On the water, on bikes, all sorts, so check it out. I just love being in the outdoors. I think it's the end of the jet boil. Check this out. This is why people complain about jet boil. It's leaking out of, I don't know if you can see this, I think where the guide vanes are on the bottom. Right, you absolute weapons, we're fully made up now. You would never know I was here. Even when I had the firebox before, there's just nothing there. It's absolutely sweet. There we are, everything's all connected back on as it was. A little bit lighter without the food and water, but we're good to go. I am going to have to go find somewhere to get breakfast though, after the jet boil failed me. Without further ado, thank you for coming along for one of my videos, and hey, I'm no cyclist. Like, if anyone can get out on two wheels, have fun, you don't need any expensive gear, just do it. So much fun out here in the woods or wherever you choose. Right, have a nice week everyone, stay safe, thanks for the support, bye now.